Hey everybody, hello internet, hello YouTube. This is Kyle, your boy. This is Kyle, or AKA Vulcan Wolverine. I hope all you targeted citizens are targeted individuals. I hope you're doing relatively well today. I hope you're making it through. You're doing something productive, that you don't feel so trapped, that you're finding things to give you relief. um, I'm gonna do a video today, but I'm still every day is pretty tough with this stuff. Yesterday my attackers, when I was doing the live stream yesterday, my attackers were just kicking my booty. And I was gonna listen to Dave Case's CD after I did that video, but I actually just walked into the other room because like I didn't want to. I have to get the new batteries, get some more batteries out of the charger, put all my grounding stuff in my Faraday bunker, and then get Dave Case's CD and then put it in its own little aluminum blocking thing because my attackers will like hit it, turn off the CD. So I was like, oh, I don't, I was so tired that I ended up going and just falling on my leather chair, and sleeping there. So getting a lot of the ringing, the tinnitus like sound in my ears today. But I did listen. I have been listening to Dave Case's CD. I listened to it for like 2 hours. I'm gonna listen to it like all day after this. And my point was before I started babbling that I wanted to keep this short and sweet, because I just want to put out some information that's important for us, that's good for us, some people that are talking about our issue, not getting into it as much as I would like, but still putting it out there. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try not to babble on too much, try to make some shorter videos, just, focusing on one point at a time, maybe one article at a time, kind of see how that works. I'll still do some long live streams. I know a lot of you guys like those, and I really do. I guess it helps me to babble sometimes, to just talk about this, to just talk about it. But today, that's not what I want to do. I want to just get this information out, and I got something very hilarious for the end of the video, and it made me laugh a whole lot. So I think some of you might laugh, some of you might not think it's funny, but some of you might find it very funny. I wanted to go ahead and start off this short video. Um, Yesterday, I did my live stream, and Dr. Horton yesterday made this video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys and girls who watch my videos probably watch Dr. Horton's videos. But if you don't know about this one, it's a video she made yesterday, her most recent video, 2 Minutes of Silence, Crime Fighters Workshop 11. And it was just, I gave it a like, so it'll show up on my channel as liked videos, so you guys can find it there. I'm not going to play it through because, like I said, I think a lot of people who watch my videos, probably watch her videos too. But just, it really hit me. It just kind of touched my heart. And she's not afraid. She is a bulldog. And she's tough. She doesn't just act tough. She is tough. But she's not afraid to show that she's a human being, and I mean, I think that it helps a lot. You guys see me do it a lot. That sometimes I'm just like, yesterday I was saying I'm overwhelmed. I'm just, we have to do that, even if we're getting the information out, and we're trying to, not trying to, but we are being strong. We are being strong and staying strong. We're still human beings. We're still human beings, and this is so rough. So I just wanted to say, like, I totally support Dr. Horton. She is so awesome. She's talking about, $5 a month for her Patreon account, which comes out to like $60 a year. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I get Social Security. I am getting I'm getting help from my parents too. So I'm like, but I don't think she doesn't have Social Security, and she's not getting help. I don't know how if her parents are helping her, but she has to eat and pay the bills. I don't even think really, $5 a month is going to help her to pay all the things that she needs to pay. But she's just, but if a lot of people do it, it will help her. So I just encourage you guys to go watch her video, 2 Minutes of Silence, Crime Fighters Workshop 11. I really like the idea about 2 minutes of silence, or I would say like 2 minutes of silence or prayer a day. I'm not sure what time. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and see what time that would be. I think it was like noon, but I think her time, so I'd have to figure out what time span. But it was a good idea, really good idea, and I just, she is just fighting. She's fighting for her family and herself, and and fighting for us too. With all the work she's doing, fighting to survive, fighting to get this information out, fighting to help people with court cases. So I did want to mention this video before I start. And so go check that out. And now I'm going to move on to what I'm making this video about. Recently, and I'm sure, I don't know if any of you guys don't know about this interview, but, Alex Jones was kind of getting into a skirmish with Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan was kind of saying like he couldn't believe that Alex Jones was saying some things about Sandy Hook, and there's this big thing going on. But eventually Alex Jones returned to Joe Rogan's show, and it was very entertaining. That's one thing you can say about Alex Jones. He is always very entertaining, and it was just a hilarious interview. So if you want to check out the whole interview, it is, let's see, I have it pulled up. It's the Joe Rogan Experience number 1255. Alex Jones returns, and it's like 5 hours of them talking, but it's just hilarious. It's good information, and it's very entertaining. And in one portion, I'm going to play this like 8.5 minute portion. They talk about how cell towers are used in mind control. They also talk about electromagnetic and microwave mind control. Alex Jones talks about information that he got from Dr. Nick Begich. So I think I'm going to title this video, I'll title it like Alex Jones and Joe Rogan talk about electromagnetic mind control. So let me go ahead and play this, because I do want to keep this video short. Just today, I know I will get long-winded, in some of my videos, but I want to try out just putting information that y'all can watch, and not have to sit through a two-hour video sometimes. Kind of see how that works for me and for you guys. I do like my rambling. I've got all this stuff. But okay, let me go ahead and play it, and then I got something funny afterwards. All right.
Scientific research, I definitely believe that.
Did you ever see Trinity and Beyond with William Shatner? I know you know.
But let's start slow, because you go over so many different things.
Hydrogen bombs trying to ignite the atmosphere in the 1960s.
Oh no, I know
the U.S. Air Force tried to destroy the atmosphere in 1968.
Yes. Operation Starfish Prime. They actually detonated a nuclear bomb. They detonated a nuclear bomb in the upper atmosphere.
Trying to blow up the radon radiation bomb.
Yes, they've done a lot of...
I just want to say this before I continue it. This is really awesome, because, I consider, like, Joe Rogan he does do a podcast, and it's like for YouTube and other social media outlets. But, he gets more views than a lot of mainstream shows and mainstream news. So I mean, that's a lot of people listening and hearing to what they were talking about on the show. I think, let me see how many views, and I promise I'll continue to play it. 8 million, like 8,100,000 views, and it's probably going to get a couple of million more in the upcoming month. So that's a lot of people hearing what Alex Jones is saying, and they're talking about this subject. So it's a lot more people that aren't just listening to Alex Jones' show, but are actually just watching Joe Rogan, which is a lot more kind of a mainstream audience that doesn't really delve into conspiracy theory, which I would not call targeted individuals and gang stalking conspiracy theory. It's something very serious that's happening in all of our communities all over the world. But some people would say, oh, that's conspiracy theory. Those are conspiracy theory people. But it can get some of Joe Rogan's like kind of more mainstream audience, hearing about this and then going to look into it, or watching Alex Jones and hearing more. And Alex Jones has talked about this stuff, not in as much detail as I would like. I don't know if that's because he doesn't know as much about the neuroweapons and these programs, or if he's kind of staying away from it because he just doesn't believe his audience will understand that. I don't know. I have some theories. But in this interview, it's really cool. At least they're touching on the subject and talking about it. I think it means a lot for us. So let me go ahead and finish playing it.
Goofy shit.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why I got mad at you, and I love you, and you're a smart guy and everything. Is I know you know.
Listen, you got mad at me because we didn't communicate.
You know all this stuff I know. You're even better at saying it. And then you sit there because you can't handle it, and you sit there and you dull it out.
It's not that I can't handle it. There's two factors. One, I don't have any time. I don't have enough time to go into it as much as you do.
You asked why I flipped out and got mad at you? That's it right there. Every time I bring up a fucking subject, you know all about it.
I don't know all about this.
You fucking know all about this shit.
I don't know all about
Bullshit. You're a smart guy.
Listen,
I know people that go, oh, Joe's just dumb. Joe just is a pot. Bullshit. You know exactly what you're. I don't think you're a bad guy. You're trying to survive for you and your family and do good.
Okay, but
your family, none of us are going to make it. There's a post-human era coming. The breakaway civilization. The deal's been made. It's not. Okay. It's not the third dimension. They've made freaking deals with interdimensional aliens.
Okay.
And notice the media never attacks you for that because that's the truth.
Maybe this is true. I do not know this. And
we'll get into it.
Okay, I do not know this. And even these human-pig hybrids, Jamie just pulled this out. I believe it's true.
I mean, I'm worried about human-pig hybrids. I'm sorry the Sandy Hook kids died. My identity is not that.
I get it.
They admit 5G in all the studies, LA Times, causes massive mutation and cancer.
Wait a minute.
And literally rattles your DNA apart. All of our kids are under attack.
You mean 5G?
And I'm mad at Trump for allowing 5G to come in.
This is the new internet?
You know why they won't let China put in WAPO? You know
What's
5G
WAPO?
in major... That's the big Chinese 5G.
You are on fire today.
No, the big 5G.
You're on fire.
No, Joe, the 5G.
You're on fire.
Okay. Remember how I told you there was a BBC article in '96 about human-animal hybrids with pigs and cows?
Yes.
So you got to make you part cow so the cow keeps you, doesn't reject it, or part pig.
Okay,
but let me expand. And you know about pigs and rats were most closely related to us, not even chimpanzees. That's why a lot of the organs don't get rejected.
Okay.
You know about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So pigs are very close to humans. They even use pig organs and people.
Exactly. As usual, you know everything. Shut up. No, it's true. I mean, you know, in a general knowledge, you know everything I know.
No, I don't. Listen,
let me tell you, Joe, this is literally, we know what they're doing. So just like they say, oh yeah, we had.
I should have just played the end of I didn't realize they were talking about nonsense. I mean, not really nonsense, but nothing that has to do with this, with targeted individuals. Before it got to that. I don't know.
Human-animal hybrids. This is like freaking 39 years ago now. 23 years ago, I'm reading in the BBC about it and go confirm it's happening. Okay, and they're just floating it. There was an article in 1999 in the Baltimore Sun. And I interviewed Nick Begich. You read Nick Begich? Dr. Nick Begich?
No.
Oh my God, he'd blow you away.
Who is he?
His dad was a U.S. congressman that got killed. His brother, a U.S. senator. They're the guys that got all the money given to Native Americans.
Can you spell his last name?
Begich. He's a good friend of mine.
Can I get him on?
Absolutely, he'll fly right now. Anyways, the point is.
So what does he do?
He was telling me all these years ago. He goes, Alex, it isn't chemicals in the food and water. That's child's play.
Spell his last name again?
Begich. I can only write it.
Jim.
It's electrochemical.
Okay.
It's electrochemical. But I'm reading in the Baltimore Sun, after I just had him on and thought it was crazy, he's giving me all these patents for mind control using wavelengths and microwaves. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm reading it, and I'm seeing it. And the Baltimore Sun says, the CIA is testing on cell towers wavelengths to calm the public during crises. I just had Begich on with patents talking about that. What Begich explains is, it's not that the microwaves have somehow interfaced with the brain. We already interface with the space winds and all these other magnetic fields, everything else. So they're all just testing this stuff. And so everything they deploy, they've got all these other technologies. My dad was at UT in '65 when he was in high school. They already had CD-ROMs, computers, everything. But they had a nuclear reactor underneath the building. He wasn't supposed to tell them. And oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm telling you. It's a breakaway civilization, dude. We don't know what they've got. We don't know. We don't know who they're. We don't know the whole thing. That's what I'm telling you is this is hiding in plain view. And that's why it's so crazy. Imagine if you knew all this, you're trying to tell people, and they go, oh, God, he's doing that. Find one thing he did that sounds mean and make that his whole world. So that's what I'm telling you is it's been in the newspaper that the cell towers are being used for mind control. That sounds like a schizophrenic. So see, here's what a schizophrenic is.
I want to see that. How do they use the cell towers?
Pull it up probably. Look, here's the thing. Listen, here's the deal. Right here. You've got a total schizophrenic that thinks the sun is following him around town and thinks their dog is watching him and works for the aliens. That's not happening. You've got someone over here that believes everything they see on Fox News.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, questioning's good. Science is good trying to figure out what's real.
Yes.
And all of us get freaked out, the nature of the world. No one knows what the universe is. We don't have all the answers. So it kind of, people can't handle that bigness. They can't handle that question, especially low IQ. So they have to differentiate and create a model that allows them to put it in boxes so they can make it make sense because they can't handle it. It's like they say even top astronauts spacewalk for the first time and they're out in the universe and the whole planet's under them. And what are they going to do? It's mind-blowing. Well, imagine once you realize we don't know everything. We don't understand and it's endless and there's all this crazy crap. People go nuts. And as humans learn more and more, as we become more advanced and go through this metamorphosis, it's going to create a giant societal crisis where most of the people are already going to get killed. The globalists understand that in the birth of this planet, this new species. And so they decided to take control, make it scientific, stun everyone and dumb them down so they can scientifically try to orderly carry this operation out. But then I go, wait a minute, you're detonating over 100 hydrogen bombs in the upper atmosphere to see if you can ignite the atmosphere and destroy the Earth.
Yeah, but that was in the 60s.
I know, but what I'm telling you is the same professors train people.
Right, but those people are dead. The people that detonated those hydrogen bombs in the 60s, they're dead now. We're not dealing with the same human beings. I'm with you on
I think people in a lot of ways are more immoral now.
I think I agree with you in some ways that everything evolves and things get better. This is one of my arguments about Operation Northwoods, that if they were able to push Operation Northwoods and get it signed by the Joint Chiefs of Staff in 1962, was it 62?
Yes.
If they were able to do that, and no one went to jail, no one got arrested for proposing that they were going to arm Cuban friendlies and have them bomb Guantanamo Bay and blow up a Cuban jetliner.
And shoot people in movie theaters.
Yes.
And schools.
Yes. That things evolve. Things evolve. And if unchecked, and obviously that was unchecked, no one went to jail for that. No one got in trouble for that.
Did you know even PBS covered it? Like, I never even knew this.
Here, let's read this one here. The significance of the research, he explained, is that although the cell phone power is low, electromagnetic radiation can nevertheless have an effect on mental behavior when transmitting at the proper frequency. What is this article, Jamie?
Scientific American.
In Scientific American, it's titled Mind Control by Cell Phone.
So it really does have an effect.
They did a whole study
but
on
let's
it.
go further.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So there is. So would you think that they're making this?
No,
5G
they declassified last year a 37-page CIA manual from the 1970s where they were putting up cell towers that looked like trees, already testing it in neighborhoods.
Okay, they do that now, right?
So you're saying the cell phone tracks you and watches you and controls you and surveils you. And you think that it's one way. But beyond that, it's a microwave relay system that can manipulate. And then the towers are even more powerful. So this is a device given to us by the gods. Okay, given to us by the technology that the breakaway government, NASA, has developed that you don't just think they made up themselves, right?
What do you mean? Who do you think made it up?
Well, when you're ready to get to it, I want listeners to understand something. And notice the media is not going to...
Okay, guys. So I just wanted to show y'all that it's pretty hopeful that, you know, and Alex Jones is very animated and he goes off on all these tangents. So sometimes it's kind of hard. I think it's probably hard for people who are not in the know about this stuff to like really kind of take it seriously. But that is millions of views on the Joe Rogan show, and they're talking about a serious problem. Now, they didn't get in depth about, programs with neuro weapons and over the horizon radar, and how there's satellites to cell tower to microwave towers, then to us, implants in us, or resonating with our brain waves, or nanoparticulates and nanotechnology on our skin, and that are going through the blood-brain barrier. They didn't get into all that, but at least they talked about microwave towers and mind control connected to it. He mentioned Dr. Begich's name, so I wanted to show you guys that this information is slipping out into the mainstream and going further, and people are slowly realizing, if they're not being directly hit by this stuff, because when you're directly hit by this stuff, you're like, whoa, everything I was told about the world is wrong, and now I've got this whole new paradigm to deal with. But we've all got to deal with that paradigm. People who are not being directly bombarded, like directly targeted by neuroweapons and such, they're still getting hit by their iPhones. It's way like little clouds of Wi-Fi, electromagnetic energy are coming off of that cell phone or the computer or anything, and it's still affecting the human body. The towers are still affecting the human body, even if it's not directly targeting a person. So I wanted to show you all that, and now so I'm going to keep this short. And now for something completely different. It's actually from that interview, and I just think Alex Jones is so funny. He really does hit on some true stuff. I have some problems with things that he doesn't talk about, but I'm not going to get into all that on this video. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet today, get and show you all that interview. So if you want to go watch the whole thing or watch those clips, you can. Now this next thing, there's this guy, and I'll go ahead and pull it up. There's this guy called Ping. It's like Ping Trip. So Ping and then TR1P. And what he does, he's his YouTube channel. He does some other stuff. He'll show some information without editing it. But his big thing that he does that's so popular is he'll take like interviews, especially the Joe Rogan show, and then he edits them like totally out of context and edit it and makes it seem like it's like this weird interview, and I love it. It's so funny. I like this video, so it shows on my channel as liked videos. I think you guys can see videos that I like, that I do a thumbs up for. But this is hilarious. There's some cussing. There's some foul language at the end, but I don't think a lot of you guys will care. This is just hilarious, and I hope it makes some of you guys laugh as hard as I did when I saw this. I watched it like 3 times, I think yesterday. But it's just hilarious. So I want to go ahead and play that for y'all. Oop. So it's completely edited. This is what Ping Trip does. Is he takes these interviews and he'll make it really funny. This is not what happened, and it's hard to tell sometimes. He edits it so well, you're like, was that actually in the interview? And he does a lot of those. So check out his channel if you really like this. Check out his channel with these.
When it comes to regular,
I have some regular tobacco with no marijuana at all. Would you like some?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a pull of that cigar, but I don't smoke marijuana.
Yeah, that's
We
a
don't smoke
cigar.
marijuana. And we
You know what's
still-
crazy
This is
about
just a cigar. I just want to say this, I want to be clear. So we're on this planet, the third dimension, which is a launch pad to all the other dimensions below and above. These wizards are taking drugs in these temples and interfacing with these palantirs, these crystal balls, which aren't really crystal balls. It's their psychic focus of an interdimensional connection while they're on drugs looking into glass to then be able to see the future and understand what's happening to give them temporal power over this planet.
Explain that.
What was I talking about?
I don't know.
What we've done, man.
What? Like what? Like
We should talk about a lot of things along those lines here. Tobacco was amazing, by the way.
It's pretty good stuff. But I'm just.
Can I have a little bit more tobacco?
Yes, for sure, 100%.
I think it really did have a little bit.
So let me tell you what's really going on. I'm God. I'm already God. I've achieved godhood. God knows everything except where God came from.
You're legitimately freaking me the fuck out. This is actually dangerous. God's not one person.
And like, when everything's clear, it's like,
You gotta hit the brakes because we take this back to.
listen, man, let me tell you something.
okay.
I've been pile drived.
Somebody pile drived you? And what happened?
The guy had like a foot-long cock. The man had a foot-long dick. Okay, well, let me check all this and decide that you've got all this. I'm super gay. When I came out, it was a game changer. It just got better after that.
Really? I'm cool with that. I still love you. I don't care. I love you for who you are.
Alright, that was hilarious. I just thought that was really funny. I laughed a whole lot. I hope that I hope a lot of you guys found that humorous and had a good laugh. Or you can go check out Pink Trip's channel. He does it with a lot of the other interviews that Joe Rogan has. But that's it guys. I'm going to keep it short today. So, please give Dr. Horton. I know a lot of people, support her channel and go to her live streams and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Patreon donations. $5 a month. It's $60 a year, and I spend my money on a lot more stupid things right now. Even though I need to be really saving it up because I don't have like a source of continual income. I do have Social Security, but it's not that much. But I can afford to help somebody out that has inspired me so much, and she's always fighting this, I was today gonna go into a lot of the, the negative stuff that happened, and because it gets me really angry because she does so much for the community, and I am like 100% positive that she is a real targeted individual because, when she was doing her YouTube videos, a lot of the stuff, it's like I did, and I'd hear people say, well, I'm getting into it, I didn't want to, but this one point, because I was going to go into all of it because I'm just like, I need to be defending her. This is not attacking anybody, but, defending her because she's a real targeted individual who's getting electronically raped and going through so much, and it's not right. Like somebody really fighting this and fighting for their family, and it really makes me angry. But I wasn't going to go into that. But I've heard a lot of people in the past say like, oh, she puts a tinfoil hat on and she uses tinfoil to defend herself. And I'll tell you what, guys, I've done the same thing on my videos, and I guarantee you she was saying in her head, this kind of looks crazy, but it actually defends from this, because I said the same thing in my head. I said, this isn't really, it's not going to make us look real great, but it's something that I have to do, and it does work. The, aluminum foil does block, it shields, it also absorbs directed energy, some frequencies on the electromagnetic spectrum, but it also blocks some. So it's absorbing some and some's going off. So, I said, well, it doesn't make us look great, but this is something that's cheap and people can do, and it's something that I have to do, to defend myself. I still use it for my Faraday bunker. So that's just one thing. And I'm like, make some videos about this, and make a lot of videos trying to help and explain this stuff, and then criticize to those people who were criticizing her for things. And I feel like that's insane. Like, I don't even want to defend from that stuff because it's so just whack. But I do want to. I just want to support her. Just support her and support what she's doing. And tell you guys, go check out that last video. And if you do, like, if you're a targeted individual who, like, you do have a steady job and you really can't speak out, but you like the things that she's doing, you like it that she's fighting, against this, find a way to kind of help her out. Okay, so I didn't want to, because I wanted to do the funny thing at the end and ended on that, and I didn't want to go into. I just think it's and I've ended up doing it anyway, right? Because that's how I am. But I just think that, like, I just want to show my support for her, and she's a tough person, but we're all human beings, and you can tell she has a big heart, and this stuff hurts her. So, and especially, like, because, well, I'm not gonna go into all that, but just check out that video. I like that sentiment of the 2 minutes per day in prayer, or she said in silence, to remember the people who have not made it through this, and that's what we're fighting for. I don't like to see her cry, and that's the ridiculous thing. A woman like that who's fighting so hard that it becomes like defense of her. No, we should be just support. There should have never been anything like attacking or anything like that from people who are targeted individuals. I'm not going to go into all that because I don't want to attack anybody or make anybody feel uncomfortable. But I just wanted to show my support for her. And if you can, if you can afford the $5 a month for the Patreon thing, which I think I'm going to do. Okay, guys, that's it. I think I really just wanted this video to be like 15 minutes, and it ended up being 30 minutes. So, progress. I'll do some long videos too. So people who do enjoy those, don't expect me to do just everything short videos. But I want to see, I kind of want to just try some new things, especially when, especially when I'm like getting hit really hard and I'm just real tired and overwhelmed. I can just put out some information, focus on one thing that I kind of want us all to see. If you haven't seen it, a lot of you guys may have already seen that interview, but for people who have not, but all right, guys, I'm gonna shut it and end the video. I love y'all. I hope that y'all are finding some comfort today. And I will definitely see you on the next one. I'll probably be doing some live streams. I've got a lot of stuff to go through. I'm going to see if I can maybe just focus on a little bit at a time. So, Godspeed. God bless. God protect you and your families. I love you guys, and thank you for supporting me too. A lot of you guys, you support me in the live stream and things like that. I'm very blessed to have a family that helps me with my condo, like with some bills and stuff there. And then having that Social Security, I've gotten into a situation where it's doable, right? It's not great. None of this is great. I want a career and stuff like that, but I'm lucky enough to have that, and I think Dr. Horton is like working on all these cases and doing all this stuff, and she can, I don't know, she doesn't have Social Security and stuff, so she's in a different situation. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and do the Patreon donation. But all right, guys, I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next live stream. Probably I'll do a live stream next. All right, guys. See you on the next one.